Hi guys. I almost said Thursday, so I used to be calls being on Thursday. Happy Monday. Danielle, I want to shout out you guys that are rocking your business. So congrats to myself, Danielle, Amber with 6, and Melissa with 6. Awesome. Success Club points if you're brand new. If you sell a total solution pack or a completion pack, it's 2 Success Club points. So this is month 4 of Amber officially locking in Success Club. That's awesome. She officially got her test group into the Fire and Flow, which is and her ticket to what's it called? Summit. My brain. Okay. And then Laura, I see you with 4. And if anything's different, please update us in the chat. I believe I pulled these today, but there's an always update accordingly. Hannah has 4, Rachel, Angie, Brandy, Michaela, Danielle, Tabitha, and Christina all have 2 as well. So congrats. Way to go, guys. That's awesome. And it is the 21st, 22nd. What day is it today? 21st. So yeah, thank you. So make sure that you just put it. I think it's really important too, to not just pray that you're going to, hit Success Club, and just give yourself a date. So, okay, the 21st, and you have 2 points. Okay. So you're going to help 2 more people learn to love the skin that they're in and feel better and get started along this journey. Well, when's that goal? Is it the 26th? Is it 27th? Is it, what does that look like? And figure out a day in your head and make it that. And then in the next month, make it earlier. So you shouldn't feel like you're scrambling at the end of the month. I always want to lock in Success Club by the middle of the month. So then everything else is just a perk. I'm still going to continue to change lives and things like that, but really get to focus on knocking that out in the beginning. And then the second part of the month, get a little, you don't have to, be stressing over, but still able to finding people. So, okay. Poopy butt. Okay. I was having trouble hearing. Can you hear me now? Can everyone hear me okay right now? Okay. Sorry, I just saw that. Okay. So team builders is people adding to your team. So I have 5, Laura has 3. Congrats. Melissa has 3. Rachel has 1. Sherry has 1. And Danielle Rhodes has 1. So Danielle put together these slides for us. She is in the thick of mom life and has been all by herself all day and still running around with kids right now. So I'm going to go through and do these. But all of this is a combined effort here. So how to host a GSR. What is a GSR? Or a getting started right call. And so this is something that is going to be done after you completed our team checklist. So we have 2, obviously Danielle has her team. We have our team, but we both utilize the same new coach checklist. So we both give our coaches, the same info. It's just different colors. That's the only difference. So this checklist, I have an option for you guys to be able to edit as well. I'm putting together a generic one that you can send to anybody, even if you don't edit. And so, that's going to be something it's just super duplicatable. And Michaela is on here, so I can use this as an example. She was like, hey, I want to coach. And I said, here's the checklist. And I literally didn't even have any conversations with her, and she was Emerald. So this thing works. It allows you to do what you need to do in the beginning of your business. So definitely utilize this. And Danielle, if you want to hop on or anything, feel free. I'm just going to keep going unless you.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that list, one thing I like about it is that it's really simplified down to 10 tasks. That's it. It's just the 10 tasks to get your business launched. And I apologize ahead of time, I'm all alone with 3 kids. So go on out, please. So like April said, you do the checklist before the GSR. The whole reason for this is because I don't want to hop on a 20-minute call with you and you have no idea what I'm talking about. So I want to know that you have an idea, it's not all brand new. You're like, oh, I remember that from the checklist. Oh, I remember that. And it helps us to be able to talk about the things on the checklist rather than you learning everything brand new. And making the most out of that 20 minutes. Out, please go. And then I like to talk about health and fitness goals, because ultimately the number one reason why people join is because of their health, right? We all want to live the healthiest, most fulfilling lives that we possibly can. Sorry guys, hang on. Go out now. And so I want to know what their health and fitness goals are. I want to know what program they're starting and what meal plan they're following. And then I make sure to bring up the virtual gym option.
I got you. When you want to come back, I'll be here. Okay. So the virtual gym is, yeah, like she said, you're going to go over the link and things like that to hop on, make it just really digging into that community and getting them excited about it. And I think this is really important too, is that when you are talking to somebody at the very beginning, like that's the expectations you're going to set. So if you're like every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, we are on our team calls, you're going to like, that is what we just need to start doing with all of our new coaches, is building that like expectation that they're going to listen to the national wake up call. Maybe they can't do it live, but I always set a goal for myself that by Tuesday at 5 p.m., I will listen to the national wake up call. So I actually usually listen to it Tuesday mornings. I haven't listened to it yet today, but I make it a goal for myself to do that. And like I said, if you continuously tell them, okay, so this is what we do, is we listen to the national wake up call, we get on our team call, we do the virtual gyms. What you are focusing on, they're going to like, be like, okay, this is my job, you know? So I think that's important to recognize as well.
Sorry about that. Mom life.
You're good.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, you've got some quiet time. Go ahead, because I'll take over when you need.
All right. I locked the door for a reason. So then I quickly go through the 4 vital behaviors. It's nothing elaborate. I just recap the 4 vital behaviors with them so that they already have it fresh in their mind. So it really just helps them think about it more and get their wheels spinning. So I'll give them a quick couple examples of PD, of what recognition would be like, about how connecting and growing relationships are the most important thing that we could possibly do in this business, and being a product of the product. It's pretty simple to go through the 4 vitals. So we just kind of blow through those really quick. Then a quick run through of Success Club and how to hit it and why you want to hit it. For me, this is huge because I'm the person, some people don't bring up Success Club on a call. I love to bring it up because for me, if you tell me about Success Club, I'm like, oh, okay, that's my goal. Like, you tell me what to do, I'll do it. That's one of those, that's what Success Club is for me. Non-negotiable SC10 every month. So if you tell them you just have to find 5 new people per month, boom, they have something that they can shoot for. And then telling them the rewards of Success Club. Example, the Success Club trip, which is something that fuels me big time, is all the traveling, the test group and all the things that the prizes you can get. Those things are huge motivators for a lot of people. So I think going through Success Club is really important too. So I briefly go through that. I also like to ask them whether they want to walk, run, or sprint with the business, because it helps you gauge what they want out of this business and where they want to go, so you can match their pace. Because if they're over here like, I just want to walk, you don't want to sit here adding them to these mentorships when they're like, whoa, I don't want this. Or if they want to run and you're just slowly taking the pace, that's not helping them with their business. You want to help them, but you want them to run their business, and you got to match with their pace with that. So I like to ask them so I can gauge where they want to be in their biz. Then we always go over social media, the color wheel, and how they should be posting. And I have color wheel on here. We'll talk about that in a second. I think one of the things about coaching is, for some reason, when people sign up, they instantly think, oh, I need this Beachbody Coach profile. I need a business page. And hey, I did the same thing. I created a fitness profile with Coach Danielle and all these things. And they don't realize that's not what you become. You don't suddenly become Beachbody Coach Laura, Beachbody Coach Mary. You're just you with sprinkles of health and fitness, because that is what your life is. And so we talk about that, and we talk about the color wheel, and then it kind of helps us merge into their coming out post, which they may or may not have made already using the checklist. So we talk about creating that coming out post, finding 2 to 3 people to join just the way they did by using the memory jogger in the online office, or using their coming out post. And I help them form messages to message the people that like and or comment on that post. And we always take a picture or boomerang for Instagram as well. So the color wheel, if you want to click on the, or did you have anything to add before we go to the color wheel, April?
Struggle bus over here. I did, but it's gone now. So go ahead when I think about it.
Okay. So this is a color wheel. I like to use it a lot because I think sometimes we get like brain farts when it comes to like who we are. So I always have my girls or guys download or print the color wheel and then put something about them in every category. So I threw mine on here real quick. These are all different things about me. These are all things I'm passionate about, all things that are characteristics about who I am. Those are the things I'm going to be posting about. Right? Those are all the different topics because I'm not just Beachbody, workout, Shakeology, Energize, all these things. I am a mom. I love coffee. I love my husband. I love being a wife. I'm a mom of 3. I've dealt with infertility. I love tattoos. I'm a fur mom. I love holistic health and I love Jesus first and foremost above anything. I'm a breastfeeding mom. These are all things that can relate to other people that are following me. So that's what I'm going to be posting. And so that's what I encourage my coaches also to do. So that they're not just like, oh, I don't know what to post about now. Well, you post about you. So it helps you give kind of an idea, a visual for you to be posting. Can we keep going?
So this is on, I just shared in our team page, I just shared our Google Drive and we're like working on getting things like systemized and stuff. So this is in there and I'm sure it's somewhere like easily accessible in Danielle's, but I think too, when exactly like what she said, when we're like, I don't know what to post about. And I think it's very important. I tell people all the time, if you're like, so focused on like, okay, I need to make a coach post today, or I need to do this. And it's just like, you're not feeling it. Go make a post about something fun. Go make a post about something that's going to get engagement with like your people. And that might look like you go on Pinterest and search a funny meme for something about like hot mess mom life or, something like that. But I think it's also very important to realize when you're more creative and not make it happen like, oh no, I have to make a post and it's 9:00 at night. When are you more creative? Is it, sometime where you maybe aren't going to be making a post, but you can jot down some bullet ideas or things in the note section of your phone and write it later, or, things like that. So that's also important too, is that like you can plan content ahead of time and around the times that work for you. Okay, so post-call homework. So some things that you're going to have them do afterwards is post coming out post if you haven't already, and on, in Messenger or whatever. And I know we've talked about this and I have it here later too, is I will actually help my brand new coach edit that too, because, we've been doing this longer. It's easy. It comes easier for us. And so I want them to have a rocking post, that first post, so that I can help them with those conversations. So they may send it to me and I'm like, hey, do you mind if I like edit it? Go ahead and send it to me. And so I'm going to help them edit them and I'm helping make sure it's a great like call to action at the end. And I'm taking that little bit of extra time. I mean, we're not huge recruiters over here. We're not bringing in, 50 new coaches. If you were, that would not be something that I'm going to sign up to, do. We are, a team that's really focusing on quality over quantity, and that there's nothing wrong with that. But what I love about that is I can spend a little extra time with my coach. So I help them in adding it. And I might say, hey, what picture are you going to send? So I can either help them even edit that or, give them feedback on that. And then send messages to comments or likes on coming out posts. Another thing I've started doing and has been really successful is I give them 2 separate options of what to say if somebody either likes or comments on their post. And so I'm going to do a little extra work in that. And if this is something you still struggle with as a new coach, please use us. We would love to like help you. But so for example, I have a coach, Alexa, who is really strong in her faith. And so after reading her coming out post, I gave her like 2 separate comments of what to say. And then I had another coach who her coming out post was very different. And I helped her make those 2 messages for her to choose which sounds better for her. And like, I customized it to basically what their coming out post was about. And that they found that very helpful too. All right. So know what program they are starting and what group they will run. and post, talking to them about posting into their stories, posting into their feed. And the more that they do it, the more they'll get comfortable with it. And the more people are going to engage. Every post isn't going to be an awesome, like a home run, and every reel isn't going to be a home run. But hey, when you post something and it does, wind up being well, and it's not the post that you spend an hour working on, it's not the post that you were like had these high hopes for, but the next post is going to show up in their feed because they engaged with that. And if you were too scared to do that, that wouldn't be the case. So find two to three people to get started just the way they did. I think this is really important too, is just taking the pressure off. Like, hey, just go ask 2 or 3 girlfriends, your sister, your cousin, your mom, your coworker, and just see if they want to get started the way you did. And, we have the scripts and we have those other things, but literally just like having them keep it simple and saying like, hey, I'm starting this new program. I don't even know what I'm doing yet, but I am like really excited. I'm looking for an accountability buddy. Do you want to do it with me? And it's almost like you don't have to be the expert is really helpful too. Can help edit, post, or create messages. I just said that. And then let them know they are not alone. If they get stuck, you're here to help. And I think this is another thing that like is just so great with our teams, is that you're always going to have us. Like, you aren't just like, okay, you signed up, go figure it out. It's, hey, bring me those screenshots. Hey, what did this person say? How can I help you? And the first time what I did when with my coach was I would send her a couple screenshots and she would say, hey, I would do this. And when she would write that back, I would kind of type it out and make it sound like me. And then I would save it to the note section on my phone. So I knew that the next time somebody said something, I had it right there. And so if you are doing a call with your coach or they are telling you something, please write things down. It is like, you're not going to just remember. So it's also very important to, make sure that you're keeping track of this, or going back to a message that you sent before to take a look at that after. Let them know they're not alone, and then send screenshots, like I said, and engage in your new coach pod. And that is all I have, Danielle.
Yeah, to all of it. And on the checklist too, they have examples of coming out posts. I'm pretty sure that's in there. There's a bunch of examples, but again, I always help people create theirs as well. Maybe tweak it here and there, and as well as messages. And the reason why focusing on your posts is so important, because building that credibility, especially as a new coach, you got to think you're coming right out of the gate as a new coach. You don't have any trust built up, credibility built up. People don't know what you're doing. If you're not talking about it on your feed, besides your stories, you should be doing it on your stories and your feed. But if you're not talking about it, the first thing people are going to do, like, do you ever get a DM and the first thing you do is you go to their profile, right? You're like, who is this person? And you want to see who they are, and you start reading their bio and you look at their posts. That's what they're going to do to you. But if you're sending them an invite and they go to your page and they're like, this girl doesn't even work out, it's not going to make sense. So you got to make sure you're posting about it and talking about it and being consistent over time. I think that's one of the huge things that April and I and any of our seasoned coaches have as leverage, is the consistency we've had over 9 years. I think that having that long-term commitment can be very, very credible. So if you're showing the consistency of showing up more than just a 21-day program, you're showing up for 6 months, 3 months, whatever, that's going to show a great, that's going to build a trust between you and your followers. And it's also going to build the credibility, and people aren't going to be shocked when you're in their DMs. That's probably the biggest thing. It's not going to be a shock. It's not going to be icky, because they're going to see what you're doing. But yeah, I mean, I feel like when you do GSRs, it's really simple. It shouldn't be totally elaborate. It's very rare I even go into what Emerald is, because it's too much. Find 2 to 3 people. That's it. They'll hit Emerald without even realizing it.
Yeah, I agree. And then I just pulled this up. So this is like, I'm in the process of making a general one that like doesn't have a phone number or anything. So a brand new coach, maybe they're not really tech savvy and they don't have to edit anything. So that's something I'm doing so that you'll be able to, like, anybody brand new will be able to send. So I'll just break down this. If you've not seen this, I encourage you to go through it, just because I think it's very important for you to know what your coaches are doing. So one, you're going to have to say what?
It's a white screen on our end. Is it supposed to be?
Nope. Hold on. Does that work?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to say, save my number, join our coach team page. So this will be different. depending, and then make sure you're in our challenge group. And then you can do that, whether it's bod group, whether it's Facebook, whatever. Watch these 3 calls and save PDF. You're not going to do anything from these. They're going to be the same regardless. It says how to start sharing, save this PDF to use, signing someone up and getting them started, using an accountability group. I will jot this into the chat now, and then you can just make a copy. And if you are on Danielle's team, she can jot hers, because it's the only thing different. It's the same. The only thing different is there's our team logo and different branding colors, but it's the same. Okay. Using an accountability group. And these are all corporate videos. Okay. So these are things that you don't have to like re-record yourself. Post your coming out post. And then like you can click this, the whole thing is clickable. So you can click on the examples, you can click on the video, you can click on all those things. So I'm not going to do this now. You can do this on your time. But send your first invites. And then this is a really good video about inviting, not selling video. Commit to showing up daily. This is your job. Showing up is part of what you do. Hit Success Club, know what it takes. Text me when finished with the checklist. And then this is how you sign somebody up. So it's just like literally walks you through so many things. And then Danielle and Rachel and I are actually putting together a new coach training that will be what they'll do after. So we have this right now with the checklist. And then it's kind of like, sometimes I feel like people get to Emerald and then they're just like in limbo. And so we want to start doing a, you know, what's next kind of type training, and really like helping you in doing that. But I think like what it comes down to, guys, is like, you can't think that, and don't take this the wrong way. I'm not like shaking my finger at you. I am not your boss. I am not your mom. I am like not, yes, I am not any of those things. But if you are saying that you want big goals and you're just showing up to, and not just because it's important, but you're showing up for your workout, you're posting your workout to your stories, you post a couple funny things, and then you go to bed and every night you're like, oh, I should, you know, have conversations, or I should like send invites, but maybe tomorrow. You're just a challenger. And like, that is okay, because being a challenger is great. And we love our challengers, but you have to like sit and think about it. And this was something in my devotional today, which I wish I had it with me to really, oh, I do, to really think about it is what are you doing with your time? And like, what are you doing? Glorified discount coach. Yeah. What are you doing to hit your goals? So today, if you guys need a devotional, this is She Works His Way. It's 100 devotionals for the working woman. And so like she says, are you really planning and preparing, or are you stalling? And I'm like so guilty of this sometimes. So I felt like this was like, if I'm like stressed or whatever, I will procrastinate. I mean, I usually get my stuff done regardless, but I will procrastinate. I will do all these other things. So then I'm then stressed when I could have been using that time wisely. But so it says, can you imagine if your favorite team's quarterback, with all of his loyal teammates, a well thought out playlist, a beautiful turf field, great coaching, and all the fans cheering him on, just went and stood on the 50-yard line and did nothing while the clock ran out? He had everything he needed, but he did nothing with it. You would be so frustrated with him, right? And then I just like love that. I'm like, yeah, that's so true. Sometimes where it's like, we have all the things, we have all the tools, but then we're just like, nope, not going to send invites. Like, that is your business. That is what you're doing. And you're literally just not doing it. So again, I'm not shaking my finger at anybody. I'm not like pinpointing you, but like, sometimes I think we need that realization is like, okay, well, I can't be frustrated with my success or lack of success, because like, that is exactly like my work putting me in, you know, it right now is a little bit of a reflection of that. Was I not doing the things, or was I not, you know, doing those invites? So often we let ourselves off the hook because what God is asking us to do is scary or uncomfortable. We stall in the name of planning and preparation, but deep down inside, we know it's just our way of procrastinating while we sit back and hope God forgets about the beautiful play he has written for us. So I don't know what it is God is calling you to do, but I can promise if he calls you to do something, he will equip you for it. You just have to run his play. But I love this. I love this. So if you're looking for like a short little devotional for each day, I swear it's like, sometimes it hits me exactly where I need it. Cause as I was reading it, I was like clearing out my email, which was not what I needed to be doing. And I was like, okay, I hear you. Let me go back to sending my messages. So, that being said, does anybody have any questions about Yeah, about anything we went over tonight or anything in general. I wanted to also make sure you guys saw, I know Danielle and I both posted to our team page that the 4-week gut protocol is launching March 15th. And next week, our team call is going to be on all things launches. So you'll want to make sure that you do that. We'll be posting some things here and there as we get them. Like I believe there's supposed to be like a Sizzler video popping up in the back office if it isn't yet. And then some other things. And Autumn Calabrese actually put together, so those story slides we shared, Autumn Calabrese actually put together her own stories. And so like, it's not just Beachbody, it's her doing that. And she's supposed to update that website weekly. And then I did share a call that Autumn was on, and I think it was like 35 minutes. And she really breaks down the gut protocol. So make sure you take a look at those. And I will tell you that her gut protocol is not something that you can be doing while like doing, it is something you're going to need to sit down. I was trying to do other things and listen to it. This is not that kind of call. There's a lot of details. So yeah, make that a point to sometime the next week, watch that. And I think this is going to be really good though, guys. Honestly, there's such a good like market to tap into with this 4-week gut protocol. It's people that maybe don't want, oh my gosh, Leah, that's sleeping babe. I can't even. Oh my goodness, it's so sweet. Maybe they don't want to work out, or like all of they're experiencing gut health and things like that. So I think this is going to be huge. Start talking about it, grab those stories that we shared, post that. And then I have
like for someone that's I'm really into holistic health. If you pay attention to today's world, that everyone's looking at their gut health. Everyone's looking at their hormones that are out of control. There's all kinds of things going on right now, and people don't realize it resides in their gut and that they need to heal their gut. And so this is definitely a huge outreach for us. And I know we'll do stuff as a team for it too. If any of you do learn about it with breastfeeding, though, I was looking up the ingredients in some of the products that they use for it, and I still haven't gotten my answers, but I am curious about it because I'm breastfeeding. But gut health in general, I'm very much into. So I think it's really cool that we can lean into this opportunity as an additional. It's so dramatically different from anything we have. I guess you'd put it in the same categories like 3-day refresher, ultimate reset. And those things sometimes, for example, ultimate reset is just, I don't want to say harsh or abrasive. It's a big dramatic change for a lot of people, where 4-week gut protocol kind of, I feel like, eases it a bit, but also is more scientific to the fact of healing our guts. So I think it's really cool. So I wouldn't miss out on this opportunity of learning about it. And April said we'll be adding more content. We have our sneak peek info group on it. I updated the cover photo this week, and as we get more information, we'll be adding it to that group. So make sure you're in our team sneak peek group for it. Info group, I guess.
Yeah. What was that? That was the Love Your Body group. We just repurposed that. It was info group and it was that. So if you were in there, you're good.
I just changed the name for it yesterday. Or I changed the cover photo. It won't let me change the name for 28 days.
Oh yeah.
Like in a couple days, it'll be 28 days. And then I can change it from Love Your Body to 4-week gut protocol info group.
I literally keep thinking it's March. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. I keep forgetting it's February. So that's the week that I've been having, and it's Monday. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. Snag those stories and keep talking about it, and like talk about gut health. If you've had issues or, things like that have gone, you've happened or you've gone through, like, I don't talk about Shakeology enough and how much it's helped me for that. Another thing, you do have to use the vegan Shakeology for the 4-week gut protocol. And so that's just something to note as well. You must be using the vegan. And then also too, I'm sure you can have Energize on it. I did see that, but I have to go back into details and see. It's basically kind of like an elimination diet. So you're taking away a lot of things and then slowly adding things back in. So I'm excited for it. Let's take a picture. My phone is freezing. Sorry. Okay, Laura. Mary. I think Mary's in class. There she is. There she is. All right. So the other two are not coming. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Kristen, it's you. I was like, which Kristen is that? There you are. Hey, girl. Hey. No one wants to see this face. Lies. We all want to see the face. I'm literally in my bed in my pajamas, and I'm pretty sure my pajamas are on backwards, but it's all good. Okay, ladies. So what I would love for you guys to do is reach out, let us know some wins from this week. Let us know if there's anything you're struggling with, and let's make a plan to just rock this week. I am flying out to Mississippi on Thursday, so I will not be around, but I just realized I'm still